What's going on, everybody? Mark Veer back again with the ref report. We're going to dive into the center position. Again, if this is your first video, make sure you go back, subscribe to the channel, look at the other videos. We've kind of just moving through a nice little sequence in regards to each position, lead, trail, and now we're in center. This will be center position. This is going to be things we need to work on. It's going to be so bad positioning, bad movement. Well, again, we'll have some takeaways to go through. I've got 3 clips from the same game. Next video, we'll dive into some things that we do really good at the center position. So here we go. The first clip is, and most of them are like this, but we're in transition. So I watch a ton of film and I see this a lot, especially in our association where the team is walking the ball up the floor. There is no reason why we should not be at our starting position, which is the free throw line extended before the ball gets into the front court. So here we basically have 9 players in the front court and 1 ball handler dribbler in the back court. There is absolutely no reason why our center official should not be straddling the free throw line extended on the sideline. We also have a matchup here and on the left wing, and we have a matchup at the high post. You are leaving lead in a pretty tough situation, having to guard 6 players, 3 totally different matchups in quite a big amount of space. So, anybody watching this, please, in your next ball game, when there is a walk up, we're not talking transition, quick steals, quick plays. We're talking that the ball handler is bringing the ball up by themselves, or possibly have one defender in the backcourt, and we have more players, 6, 8 players in the front court. Please, please, please get to your starting position. That gets us in a spot to be successful. We get to our plays early and we're never chasing the play, never being behind it. Anytime we're chasing plays or we're trying to fight to get in position, we're losing already. All right. So that's takeaway number one. Get to your starting spots. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is when this ball is at close to the division line and we're getting closer to center side. So the ball is getting passed. And yes, we got to pregame the 60-40. I'll go over that really quick for someone that has not heard of that. This is our trail. We have our lead and our center is closest to us. If we take this lane line extended, the one closest to center, all the way up to the division line, that would be 60% of the floor on trail side. And then we have 40% over here on the center side. So we take this spot right here where my arrow is, kind of circling it. That is a kind of a spot where we're intersecting between trail and center. You got to pregame these type of things. And it's close. We're right here in that 60-40. Center has a matchup in their primary to their left. We can see their eyes are all over this basketball. We do not need to follow the ball. I've talked about that a lot in other videos. Our matchup is right here. This is where our eyes need to be, and we need to let Trail take care of this play. Trail needs to probably get behind the ball, get closer to the division line to see through this, but we're just talking strictly center. Center's eyes get off the basketball. If we have a push off, we have a hold, any kind of illegal action, we're not going to see it. We're going to see the tail end and guess or have an incorrect no call. See where our eyes are? Our eyes are still kind of peeking at the basketball. They do a little bit of better job, but our eyes need to be here or here. Right now, we make a decision which one's more competitive. I'm going to this one at the top of the key. This one, we've got some space. I may peek here. Okay, this is my matchup. My eyes need to get to here. Center does a decent job. We're looking at the right thing. I do want to talk about how high our center is. I see this a lot. High C versus low C. I have all mentors that have talked to me, a low C versus a high C. Low C is going to be better for us, especially drives to the basket, pull up jump shots, things like that. Of course, if the play is close to the division line, we want to be high. But I'm talking strictly when we are in a half court set and we get to our starting spot. It's better most of the time to work lower than it is to work higher. So as you can see, we have a high C is what we call it. We don't want to be a high C. If anybody says, hey, you work really high at the center position, this is what they're talking about. We need to be free throw line extended. He probably needs to be 2 steps down. And any play that we may have to the basket, we have a jump shot. We're then stepping down and staying connected and engaged. And I'll explain this here on this next play, why this happens. So once this this basketball is being drove to the basket. You see how there's zero movement from our center. We should be working down, staying connected to this drive and getting closer. We still have a great look through it, but we're just high. The issue we have here is we have a pull-up jump shot. There's absolutely no way center can see any kind of nick to the elbow, any illegal contact, even a possible kick out by the offensive player with this look. We are looking through two players here, and we're looking through backs. We can see 22's number. There's no way we have an open look. We have what we call is a closed look. So a couple of things that center could have done. If he was lower, could have taken one step even lower and have this look. Or if he wanted to step onto the floor, either way, we got to fight. We've got to fight for angles. My preference is low, but if the referee did either one, I wouldn't be upset because they're fighting for a look and a possible point of contact foul. There we don't do that. We literally just stay stuck high C, and we're not fighting to angles to look for any kind of illegal contact. I'm not going to dive into lead here. We're kind of bouncing all over the place. We do not want to be stuck under the basket. We've talked about that a lot in other videos. And then here we have a rebound foul, which is really not an impactful play at all. And we're high, we're far. Anytime we have rebound fouls or plays at the rim and we're very far from the play, our credibility is very, very low. So here we're high, we're not connected, and we have a rebound foul, which is really not impactful. We put a marginal foul at best. We know that lead is going out of bounds, going to black basketball, and then we have all kinds of confusion. So here are we having a rebound foul where we stay, or we have a rebound foul and we're going the other direction. So our mechanics and our communication and our signaling is very poor here. And we just call foul and we turn and rotate. Trail has no idea what we're doing. Lead has no idea what we're doing. We'll dive into more in communication at in other videos. But we have a long switch. We're confused. The trail thinks we're staying here. Lead's not sure. And then look what we have going on here. We're going the other way, and then we have a long switch. Incorrect. Yeah, just not good, right? So we got to be better in our fundamentals. We got to be better in our movement, and we got to be better with our communication. Next clip, similar situation. We have, yes, we're more in transition, but we have pretty much one ball handler in the background, and everybody's moving up the floor. We need to, at center, on a change of possession, get our eyes to the second line of defense, which is right here. This is all in the middle, right here, the division line. We need to go. We need to turn. Once they've secured the rebound and we're transitioning down the floor and the other team has possession, we need to get ahead of this play. We are looking like trail here at center. We're in line with the ball handler dribbler. We should be ahead of this second line right here and getting really close to the division line. Center does a better job of trying to pick it up late, but we just don't get ourselves in a good position and get going first, and then we're chasing the play, right? Better job here at center, though. We are now in a much better position at the free throw line extended, and we're not a high C. What I want to talk about here is the play is on center side. We talked about a 60-40, and we have post play. We've talked about lead, rotating, two triggers. This would be in our mindset. We want to get to close down and think about rotating, right? So the ball is here. It's competitive, and then the ball goes into the post. Lead has not made a decision to rotate yet. Lead does not need to rotate. Center needs to transfer their eyes, which they do, and they're making an immediate play to the basket. Lead needs to stay. I'm not going to talk about lead too much in this play, but we do not need a rotation. And then center does a good job of staying with this play. Yes, we have illegal contact. Clearly, the defensive player is moving forward into the offensive play, and we have a foul. We have a double whistle. I do like that center takes this play, owns their primary. This is their play because lead never even completed a rotation. I'd love to see not a rotation here. And the purpose of this play is to let center referee plays on their side of the rim. Lead decided not to rotate. Okay, then you just stay at close down and just allow center to referee this play. So if I back it up, what I'd love to see on this clip is the ball goes into the post. Lead is there too late. Just stay right there and allow center to referee that play. That is their primary on their side of the rim. It's not a secondary defender. It's a primary defender. Just let them referee that play. No need for a rotation. We need to put pressure on center to referee that plays in the paint on their side of the floor. And then the last one is similar. We have a ball handler dribbling in the backcourt. We have our center walking up the floor. There is no reason our center should not already be here. So again, I challenge everybody, a walk up. When that ball is crossed the division line, everybody should be in their positions. Obviously, Trail's trailing the play, trying to get to the 28-foot line. Lead and center, get to your starting spots. We're late. We're behind the play. Center should be underneath this play, right where my arrow is, underneath, accepting this play, ready to officiate. We're not. Now we have a high C. We have to step onto the floor, way out of position. Again, we should be here already. So this video is really touching on setting ourselves up for success early. If we can do that, we're never fighting to try to win this play, get in positions. Look how high our center is on this play. Whose play is this? Center's. On center's side of the rim, their primary defender. And we have a foul in this play. Not going to talk judgment, but it ain't a foul. The issue is look how far center is, and they're moving. Talked about this on other videos. When you're moving, your eyes are moving, you're not stationary, it's a lot harder to adjudicate plays. We should already be at our starting spot, maybe possibly take a step down, and then we can look for a point of contact foul. There's nothing vertical. There's no hit to the arm, the elbow, a little bit of embellishment, and they're moving, kind of jumping away from the defense. It's not a foul, but again, we're not in great position to adjudicate this play. And you see how we react when we jump on plays. That means that we are moving and we're blowing our whistle on contact unless they're letting that play develop. All right, we got to be a little more patient. On here, we have a double whistle. Lead, stay off these plays. I know they're hard. They're in the paint, but they're on the other side, that center. We need to have strong, active centers on there, okay? So those are 3 videos, very similar. Some key takeaways, as I always do. Get to your starting spot. If we're going to have a center that needs to work high or low, we want to work lower. Drives to the basket, rebound coverage, those type of things, jump shots. Understand your primary. Just talked about those. Understand that if that play is on your side of the rim, that's your play. Primary defenders, be strong, own it. Then I want to talk real quick about, like, we work the joystick. What that means is like forward, back, left, and right. Those are the kind of the movements you should be doing at center. So if the play is on the other side of the floor, we take a step on. The play's in front of you, you may take a step off. The drive goes to the right, we may hook to the left, and vice versa. But you're kind of working that joystick, 1 or 2 steps. That's really it. That's what we want to look for. And then be active. Like, be active center, be a great center. That's in press coverage, that's in rebound coverage, that's on plays on your side of the rim. So hopefully that helps. Again, I'm not trying to be negative. This crew did not do a great job at the center position, but next video, I'll find some clips where we do a good job. Again, we're just trying to, it's not who's in the play. We're just trying to get better, grow. So hopefully that helps. If you have any questions, again, I got it right this time. I put it in ref.report@gmail.com. Shoot me an email. You got my number. Text me. I appreciate all the support. It's been really good. And again, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. Looking forward to seeing you guys continue to grow and get better. And again, let's be better together, y'all.